Hey everybody, I am still out here driving for Crete, and I want to talk to you about why it might be a good place for you to come drive as well. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, this is Rick, also known as Duke City Devil Dog. Today is the 3rd of August 2026. I'm in Eloy, Arizona, just a little bit east of Phoenix. It's been a hot one out here last few days. It's been a hot one for a while, but it was 118 degrees in Phoenix today. But as I picked up my load this afternoon, headed towards Dallas on my way home. Sounds funny. On my way home, I got to go to Dallas so that I can come back to New Mexico. But ran into some really heavy wind and some dust storms, and so I chose to shut it down. And that's one of the many things I like about Crete. You're the captain of that ship, of that truck. You get to decide if you need to shut down for a safety reason, whether it's something like this, whether it's some other weather event, or whether it's just you don't feel good, or maybe you didn't rest well the night before. If you decide you got to shut down for safety, they're not going to argue with it about it. They're going to support you. You just have to let them know, and if they've got to get the load running a different way, they'll work on that. Or they'll get with the customer to deal with any kind of delays. But it's just another one of the things that I really like about Crete. But I did want to talk to you today. I am just finishing up my 6th year with Crete, and it's been a great 6 years. And I want to talk to you about why you may want to consider Crete if you are a driver who has a little bit of experience, at least a year, and you don't have any big safety issues. It may be something that you want to look into. Crete is a family-owned company. It's a large company. It's one of the largest family-owned trucking companies in the country. But it's a family-owned company, and they treat drivers like family. What Crete's been able to do since I've been here is they've been able to consistently increase pay over time, where other companies are cutting pay or cutting miles. Crete's just increasing both. As an example, let me tell you, so I am an OTR driver. I'm an over-the-road driver. I drive all 48 states, and I am out for at least 21 days, and then I'm home for at least 3 days. What we do is we get 1 day of home time for every 6 days out. So what that equates to me is I would usually stay out 24 days so I can get 4 days at home. So that is what our OTR national fleet does. That's what they run. Now we have other fleets as well. We have dedicated fleets. We have Walmart dedicated fleets. We have other kinds of dedicated fleets and regional fleets around the country. But I'm going to talk to you specifically about OTR. So pay's always been really good, and miles have always been really good with OTR. But about 3 months ago, they really surprised us by giving us a 3 cent per mile raise. Now, what does that equate to? OTR drivers are supposed to drive at least 115,000 miles a year in order to qualify for your yearly regular raise. That's what you're expected to try to run, is 115,000 miles a year. Most of our drivers run at least 120, some 130. It just depends. But when I ran before I got married, and when I stay out longer, I've run 140, 150,000 miles a year. But I want to talk about 120,000, because that's 120,000 is what a lot of our OTR drivers end up running every year. So 3 cents per mile at 120,000 miles, that equates to $3,600 raise. That's pretty significant. Not many companies give you a $3,600 raise All right, but then just a few weeks ago, now again, that happened 3 months ago. A few weeks ago, Crete surprised us even more by announcing that they were going to once again increase OTR driver pay by an additional 4 cents per mile for every OTR driver on the national fleet. So in the space of about 3 months, we had a 7 cent per mile pay increase. What does that equate to? Again, if you run 120,000 miles, if you do the math, that is $8,400 a year, right? $3,600 before per year. Now $8,400 per year raise. That is amazing. There are not very many companies out there that will do that, especially in such a short period of time. But Crete, because of the high demand for OTR drivers, has been taking that money that they've got as rate increases, and they've been sharing it with the drivers. So when you look at that, just the pay increase itself is something to look at. But if you add some of the other things ways you can make money at Crete, we have quarterly safety and productivity bonuses that can equate to an additional 4 cents per mile. If you run a minimum of 30,000 miles OTR and you don't have any safety issues, you're eligible for that, and you get an additional 4 cents per mile. That ends up being at least $1,200 a quarter or $4,800 if you make it all 4 quarters. Again, that's a lot of money. Also, if you look, that Crete also will pay what is called practical miles, which is about 3 to 5% more miles than you get if you were doing zip code to zip code miles. So that's also an increase of pay that we have. Add to that the match that Crete does with your 401k and profit sharing every year. There's a lot of opportunity to make some really good money. The top 50% of our OTR drivers make $100,000 or more in pay and bonuses and benefits every year. So that is pretty outstanding. If you add other reasons to come and drive for Crete, the insurance packages have been the costs for those have been flat for drivers now for going on 3 years. In fact, last year we actually got a rebate. Every driver got a rebate of 1 month's premium that they were paying for our health insurance, which was really great because that came in handy. So, there's so many different ways. We've got 20 different terminals around the country. We have newer equipment. Average age of our trucks is about 1.5 years. Of our tractors, about 3 years for our trailers. It's really a good company to work for, and there's so many good things. If it's something that you're interested, if you're looking to make a change, if you're looking for a company that's going to get you the miles out there and are going to pay you well for that, Crete, Shaffer, and Hunt may be the place you want to talk about coming. What's the difference between the three? If you don't know, Crete is our dry van side, Shaffer is our reefer side, and Hunt Transport is our flatbed side. So those are all opportunities for you to make money, to make really good money. If you want to come over here and check it out, just there's a link, there's information down in the description below. It's got the number for recruiting here at Crete. It also has my driver code. If you'd be nice enough, if you get a hold of recruiting, to give them my driver code, tell them you've heard about the great opportunities to drive here at Crete from me, and that'll help me out. So I appreciate that. If you have any questions that I can answer, go ahead and leave them in the comments below, or you can email me. My email is down below as well, DukeCityDoubledog@gmail.com. You can go ahead and send me questions, or if you would like for me to give your information to recruiting, I can do that as well. So just let me know, and hopefully we'll see you out here as part of the Crete, Shaffer, and Hunt family, because it is a good place to drive. It is a good company to work for, and we're needing a lot more drivers because we've got a lot of freight. we're turning down a lot of freight every single week. So we need really good quality drivers. So if you're one, think about coming on board. All right. That said, I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you stay safe out there, and we'll see you next time. This is Rick, also known as Duke City Devil Dog, and I am driving for Crete Carrier Corporation, and I'm loving it. And I'm in Eloy, Arizona tonight. You guys have a good one. We'll talk to you soon.